I'm Mystic Flower, and today I'm making a video revealing the number one secret on how to be a good tarot reader. And that secret is actually having the skill of being a good storyteller. If you're a good storyteller, you're gonna be able to take that tarot card and relate the images to the person situation. Now, I'm gonna walk you through an example on the three most common situations that come across in a reading. One of them is the top favorite that people like to ask and request information about, and that is love. Love is our number one concern that most people want to know of what's taking place in their life. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a tarot card. I'm using one of my favorite decks here, and it's the Distant Past Tarot card. Beautiful backing here, and these are their larger card, and I'm just going to take whatever first card comes in the batch, and I'm going to relate this card to a situation pertaining to love. And so the card that I drew out was Eight of Swords. I have there. And so one of the number one question that people have about love is if they don't have a partner, they want to know, will they find love? Now, based on the information on the Eight of Swords, what I would tell them, or what I would draw out, the story that I would draw out, is that I see here a damsel in distress there, and she's like waiting to be rescued. So maybe in your love action, that's the position you have been taking. You've been standing back in distress, waiting for somebody to come along and rescue you. If you are to find love, you have to take a different position. So instead of being bounded and restricted by action, because she is wrapped up and bounded, and she's also blindfolded. So as being blindfolded, it lets me know that she is being blind, not seeing clearly. So she could be around maybe potential love partner around her, and you're just not seeing it. So my remedy would be take those blinder off. Start realizing that there is love around you, and there's potential partner that could be that love partner for you. And stop being restricted. Stop being tied down. So you're gonna have to take assertive action to find love, and that could be going on the internet, socializing more. Put yourself out there. We don't want you to be like the lonely tower that's there in the car. And so we want to take a position instead of moving forward. And so based on the images, I am going to draw a storyline that would help that person in their situation. Remember that when you are doing a reading, it's a wonderful opportunity for you to counsel that person, to give them advice that would actually help them in their life. So this is why I love tarot, because it is my opportunity to help that person. Remember that the cards that are being drawn from the stack is divinely coming out to help them in their situation. It could portray or say what is going on in their life at the moment, or it could give answer and clue how to remedy those situations. So when it comes to love, that is one of the number one question or information that they desire to know about, is whether they're going to have a partner, when is that partner coming in. And so this is one way of reading the images in the card and applying to their situation. Now, say a person does have already a love partner, and they want insight in their current situation. Now, if I draw a card like this, the Eight of Swords, and they already have a partner, to me, it lets me know that their relationship does have hardship. It's not a quite positive card, but we can make it positive. We could say, since in her relationship, I could tell that chances she feel restricted, being held back. Swords. There is 8 swords around her. Now, swords sometimes represent harsh words. Sharp, this sharp, it cuts through sharp words. So chances in their relationship, there is a lot of harsh words being going back and forth because there's swords in front of her, there's swords behind her. So it's coming back and forth harsh words. So in the relationship, I think you will have a much better going if you take back some of the harsh words and also you apply forgiveness. And that would help take some of that restrictiveness in the relationship and maybe powerlessness that you're feeling. She also is blinded by a blindfold. So it lets me know that there's things in the relationship that you're refusing to see. Let's take off those blinder. Let's allow you to see. Maybe this is a relationship that's not a good one for you. And maybe you need to see that, you know. But whatever it is that's going on in relationship, you need to take those blinder so you'll be able to see clearly. So that is one way of reading from some of the images in the car. I also see that in this car, there is the wave, and it looks like it's stirred up. So waves and water represent emotions. So there's a lot of emotion wrapped up in this relationship. And so that may be something that needs to be calm and need to be looked and examined. So be very cautious with your emotions right now that is being in this relationship. So that's one way of relating the story that's pertaining to their situation. Now, another area that you might get questions on is health. And so, with health, it's usually when the person has a condition or is going through something and they want to know a little bit more their outcome on their health and stuff like that. With drawing up the card, the 8 of Swords, I would say, based on the image, again, that being restricted. So chances you feel right now that there's not much going on, not much movement, or you haven't made much progress based on it. Again, she is blindfolded. In situation with health, it lets me know that you're not seeing a solution at the moment. So I would say to you, to remedy that is be open to other alternative. Be open to that. Again, we have a lonely tower, and so maybe you have not been reaching out to other people for help in the situation. So you might need to consult a doctor, a nurse, a practitioner, which could help you maybe find a solution or some kind of medicine that will help you with your health situation. Again, she's a damsel in distress, so you're waiting to be rescued. But I would say don't wait anymore to be rescued. Take action. Remove what's restricting you. Start searching for medicine. Start searching in other places that you may have not considered. Take those blinders off and start looking for other alternatives. Be open to that. And so that's one way of interpreting and you relating that story to their line. Keep in mind that they're going to be paying very much attention to every word that you say to them. They have problems or situation that they want revelation on. And with tarot, the cards are being drawn divinely. There are spirits behind the scene that are selecting, pulling out, helping you pull out those cards to give them solution and alternative. And so I also wanted to focus on another area that it will be commonly questioned, and that is wealth. With wealth, that also would include career, because the abundance of finance will be based on your career. They go hand in hand together. So wealth also would cover career wise. Now, with those situations that they might ask, a lot of them want to know when they have financial struggle. They want some kind of remedy, or they want to know if things gonna get better. With financial situation, with the drawing of a card like this, the Eight of Swords, it lets me know that they're experiencing hardship. Um, they're again tied up and bounded, so chances is they're having restricted action. They don't feel like there's much that could be done in the situation, but that is not true. That is not true. You could free yourself from the situation, and it could be maybe that you're needing to supplement your income. Find other ways to supplement your income. Start thinking about that. And one way to see it is that right now you haven't been able to see it because you've been blindfolded. As being blindfolded, you've been not being able to let things and good ideas come in your way. But let's start taking now those blindfold out so you can start seeing and being open to new ways to find solution to your situation. So that's one way that you could use the image in finance to give them advice and counseling, and direct them and give them hope, most important, because that's what they need out of tarot reading, is that even though there's a situation that might appear negative, let's give them hope, let's raise them up and counsel them. And so another situation dealing with the wealth and the career is with co-worker. A lot of people have problems with co-worker, and you can't help it, because 1/3 of the people you're gonna meet, they're just not gonna like you. Even if you're a nice person to them, it's just 1/3 of the people that you're gonna meet are gonna stand in your way and make it hard for you at the workplace. So when dealing with workplace and drawing a card like this, again the Eight of Swords, it lets me know that you've been restricted in the workplace, and so chances you dealing with disappointment, there's been disappointment. As the sword again represent sharp words, so maybe somebody has been sharp at work with you, and so let's start making a change for that. Let's start making a change for that. Let's take those swords instead and apply it to win that battle, you know. And so stop being blind to what you're refusing to see at work, and there's going to be more action needed to be taken place in the workplace to make it work. So that's one way of associating, and you could probably go on and find so many more ways than what I'm just expressing here. I mean, I'm bringing them off right off my head, out of the moment, and so relating the situation and the images to that. And as you have different cards, different images, play around. It gets to be a lot of fun how you could apply one card to every individual situation. And so I wanted to wrap up with one other possibility relating to the wealth that they might ask you about, and that would be based on the Eight of Swords, is contract. People entering new contract or doing a new business venture. They want to know, is it going to work out for them? Should they go into this contract? I would say based on the Eight of Swords, this contract is gonna, or the business venture is also gonna hold you binded. You're gonna be binded. If it's a contract that you're entering into, seeing that I see her blindfold, there's stuff that you're not seeing in the contract. So I would recommend that you look carefully that contract, and if possibly hire a lawyer to look through that contract and see if there's any hole, anything that will cause you to lose out from that contract. So I would say, based on this card, be very careful on entering any contract. Examine it wisely. Take the blindfold. Say things that you're not going to be seeing in that contract that will possibly affect your business. If you're entering a new venture, say they're entering a new venture, it lets me know that the new venture that they're considering is going to probably cause them to be tied up. So that's one way of looking at it. And again, you could go on and take everything from the sky being cloudy to the ground she's standing on. She has a 1 foot into the water, so it lets me know, be careful, be cautious. And so there's so many symbols on just one card that you could take to be able to elaborate and do your storytelling. So if you focus on your storytelling, that is what's gonna make you a wonderful tarot reader. And so that's basically all the secret that there is to it. And it's a skill that could be developed if you don't have it. And it's easy to sometimes just talk and by your inspiration of the card. And I want to thank you so much for watching this video and hope you have a wonderful day.